Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and today Apple released iOS 12 Beta 3. This was available to developers, and public beta testers should be getting their version soon. If you haven't already, it'll probably be a day or two at this point since July 4th is a holiday in the United States. Now this came in at 569.7 megabytes. Let's take a look at the build number. You'll see the build is 16A5318D. And this particular build, I just share that to let you know which version you're on so you can compare. But this version has quite a few little changes and a nice new addition under Maps. So if we go into Maps, and let's zoom out, San Francisco is the only city where this applies right now, but the maps are far more detailed and they're using vector maps. So as you scroll in, it just kind of scrolls in, it doesn't have to reload. It looks really good, and you'll see I keep getting closer and closer, and things look better and better. So by the time this is released, probably in late September, it'll be in all major cities. It will be updated with all this information. Apple's been working on it for about 4 years, and it was shown a little bit early to some people at TechCrunch that were able to take a look at what this mapping is all about. So it looks pretty good, and I can't wait till it comes to all the other devices. Now, before we continue on the iPhone, there's two major changes to the iPad. Let's take a look at that. Now, on the iPad, one of the major changes is voice memos. So if we go into voice memos, they've redone the whole UI or user interface. You'll see we've got a simple record button, play, and back and forth. And then this will sync to your iPhone or your Mac, but right now that syncing is broken. So don't expect that to work with iTunes on a Mac. It will work probably across iCloud to your iPhone though. The other thing in the iPad is if we scroll down notifications here, you'll see we have a few here. They've finally brought Clear All. If you tap and hold, Clear All Notifications is there. Also, if you want to get rid of one quickly, you can just swipe across. You don't have to swipe and then tap. So again, swipe across and it goes away, and the actual animation is a little bit different. So that part's been updated as well. Let's go back to the iPhone. Now, if we go back to Photos, last time Photos was updated with media types where they made this font a little bit bigger. But this time around, if you don't have a certain type of file, such as selfies or live photos, they'll actually disappear. They'll just go away. So I don't have any time lapses, so you don't see those here. So it's just a nice addition to kind of clean everything up. Now let's go back home, and one of the things that's changed is Share My Location. They've changed where it's located. You go to Settings, and now instead of going into the menus, you go here instead of Privacy. So let's go into here, and here you'll see Share My Location is over here now. Let's go back to Settings. Now under Battery, if we go down here, I noticed that it loads a lot faster, so we'll wait for it for just a moment. And it loads much more quickly on this beta for me. And for some people, they're showing a yellow color. I wasn't able to reproduce that, but they're showing that. And also, if you look here, I have a little electrical symbol probably showing where I charged it at, or maybe where it's full. So that part's changed, and it looks really nice, and they'll probably continue to tweak this by the time it comes out. Now, speaking of speed and things loading, it's much faster all around, but if I load the camera, it loads really fast for me now. So let me close this out. Again, it's almost instant. By the time it comes on the screen, you see it in the background. So that part's really nice. Scrolling is really good. If I go into the App Store, speed overall seems to be improved. And it wasn't that bad before, but it just seems smoother and faster all over the place. Everything from animations to just everything feels more quick. So I'm not sure if they've changed the speed of things or not, but it feels much better all over. Now, if we go here, you'll see that we'll scroll down a little bit. The Screen Time app or widget is now working. It wasn't working for me before. It seems to be working in this beta. So we'll go back here. Now, as far as new things, if we go into Messages, there's some new stickers. So let's do that. Now there's some new animated activity stickers that you don't have to unlock. They're just there under your stickers. So you can use all of these if you want to share activity stickers. They're just built in. So nothing mind-blowing, but those are there and brand new. And then also, as far as changes and tweaks, there's not a whole lot new other than that. But what we do have is over 25 resolved issues according to the notes, and over 30 still known issues. So there's still some issues, but one of the things they've fixed is on an iPhone 6S and 7, if you press the home button, you had some haptic feedback when you unlocked it. They've changed that and removed it because it wasn't on all the different devices. Now, aside from that, there are some bugs that are fixed if you go into Settings, and I've shown this one before that it's fixed, but if you go into Notifications, go down to FaceTime, the badges, turn it off and on, it will crash on 11.4.1, but on this one it works just fine. There's also another one. If you go under screen time, then you go to content and privacy restrictions, put in your passcode. This would crash almost every time. So now it's working just fine. So that part's been fixed. So that's nice. But there's some known issues that are pretty major for you, especially if you play Fortnite. So if you use Fortnite, they've warned that it might unexpectedly crash. So you may want to avoid this beta and public beta 2, as that may be a huge issue for you if you play Fortnite a lot. Now also, if you're downloading videos in Netflix, that could crash as well and may not work. So just beware if you want to use this, not to install that. Now, they've resolved some issues with Twitter and Skype. They've also resolved the issue with CarPlay not working. So CarPlay should work just fine with backup cameras and other cameras now. And also, they've resolved some issues as far as the GPS goes for most people. So for me, it's working fine, but I've had some reports that it still may not be working. So if it's not, you may want to reboot. Now, some of the known bugs, other than the Fortnite bug, is screen time may not sync across all the devices. Voice memos might not sync, like I said before. And that's kind of it for this beta. So right now, there's a bunch of little tweaks here and there. If I find anything else major, I'll let you know. But I've gone into every app, and I don't find anything crazy that's different. So that's it for iOS 12 Beta 3. Let me know if you found anything else, though, in the comments below. They also updated Apple Watch and macOS Mojave, so there's a new beta for each one of those. So let me know how they're going for you. I'd love to hear if you have any bugs, what device you're using them on. Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.